Yo, what's up, folks? Hey, we got another great episode for you of shit I like to make with deer meat. And today I'm going to show you guys how to make deep fried venison chimichurri. Now, chimichurri is one of those things that's going around right now. I've made chimichurri for a long time, and you know, it's great with all kinds of. I mean, you put chimichurri on everything. I'll show you just a basic way to make a basic chimichurri, but like the last episode or one of the other episodes I had is, you know, we're going to take some venison, we're going to deep fry it. Except this time, we're going to do, there's two ways you can do it. So I like making it with some strips, so we can make some strip venison, or you can chunk it up like I did in the other episode too. So like we can chunk it, and I'll show you guys what I mean by chunk it. You know, make some nice 1-inch squares that we like to put, you know, drop them up in the deep fryer. So, but this time we're going to cut them up, and we're going to use some a little bit of olive oil and some taco seasoning, So, but let me show you. We'll get started here. So I've already got my venison. I'm using backstrap. Again, it's one of my most favorite meats. So we're using some backstrap. So I've already cut some strips out, and then we're going to take this venison. We're going to cube it up. I'll show you guys how to do that. But we're going to use some Kinder's taco blend. And a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna mix all that up, and we're gonna let that sit in the refrigerator. We're gonna let that probably marinate. I might let this one marinate overnight. So if not, I might let it marinate 3 or 4 hours and let it go overnight. We'll see where the day takes me. So for the chimichurri, let's get to the chimichurri. Chimichurri is, it's a really organic-y taste. I like chimichurri. Chimichurri on steak just, man, goes like bread and butter. But for the chimichurri, what we're gonna use, so we need some parsley, some fresh oregano, some cilantro, so a bushel of parsley, bushel of cilantro, a couple pieces of some diced up oregano, fresh. I like fresh oregano. So we need a red onion cut in half, some red wine vinegar, some olive oil, some pepper flakes, salt, and we're gonna use some fresh garlic. I'm gonna chop this garlic up real fine. We're gonna mix all that shit up, put it in a bowl, and call it a day. Set that aside until our venison's done. All right, so kind of like last time, what we're gonna do, I've already cut some strips out. I think I told you guys that. So we're gonna take this venison here, and we're gonna slice it, and then we're gonna cube it. And that's perfect right there. So it's about the size of chunks that we're looking for. So we're going to cube this up because we're actually going to deep fry this. And what? Deep fry? Deep fry venison? Yeah, we're going to deep fry venison. It's good stuff. Cooks fast. It's easy. This is another one that, you know, you can whip this up super fast for anybody. You got some guests coming over real quick, you know, throw some venison in some water, you know, chop it up in some cubes, you know, let it thaw out, chop it up in some cubes, throw it in the deep fryer, and bang, you know, throw some chimichurri on, call it a day. So here's our strips, you know, probably 3/4 to 1-inch fat strips. So like I said, the strips are good too, because you can actually, I take these after we deep fry them, you can put it in a tortilla, put some chimichurri on it, or you can just take and just eat it straight. So we're gonna take those strips, I'm gonna throw all that in our bowl here. A squirt of olive oil, mix that up. Olive oil is just a good binder. Makes the seasoning stick to it. The Kinder's taco blend, I like this stuff here. You can use any taco blend you want. This has got like a kick of lime to it, so you get like that citrus taste. I think venison goes good with any kind of citrus too. You know, you'll marinate it in some oranges and lemon juice and stuff like that. It's really gets into those muscles, so you can be pretty generous with this stuff. Put it in there as much, you know, however you like to season it. But with this stuff here, you can buy this stuff at Costco, if you're a Costco shopper. So kind of like that. We're gonna have it all mixed up. Got a beautiful coat on them, nice and thick, you know, something like that. I'm gonna let that marinate. So we're gonna let that sit in the refrigerator, and then we'll get it back out. All right, folks. All right. We're gonna make our chimichurri now, and I'm gonna show you. I think I showed you guys everything already, what we need for the chimi. I did leave my meat sit out overnight. like that. We marinated it, so it's good to go. We'll pull it out. You know, I've been letting it sit to room temperature. So we got our cilantro, our parsley, our oregano. We're going to take 3 big cloves out of that, half this red onion. We're going to take a cup of olive oil. So we got our olive oil right here, right? A cup of olive oil. I know that seems like a lot. Of course, this thing here is going to be slow motion, but chimichurris, this stuff is legit. Almost there, almost there. So yeah, a cup of olive oil. Then we're going to do a half a cup of red wine vinegar. So red wine vinegar, we'll put a half a cup of that in there. We'll fill that up till we hit half a cup. Bang. So we're gonna dice all this stuff up real fine like. Get you all situated here. Grab a knife. So 1 bushel of each. And we're going to put that in this jar. So you kind of need a jar or a mixing bowl or something like that. So we'll start with this parsley here. I'm going to just chop it up real fine. So all the stems and stuff down here at the bottom, we're going to throw all that away. We don't need the stems. So we'll get rid of the stems. But everything else, we're going to chop all this up real fine. Nothing like some fresh parsley and fresh cilantro, I'll tell you that. So, like so. That's kind of about what we're looking for as far as chopped up. You can get it finer than that if you want. You really don't have to. So we got all that chopped up. We're going to put that in the jar. As much as we can of it. Let's drop that in our jar. Cilantro, same thing. We're going to chop all these stems off. We don't need the stems. And we're going to chop all this cilantro up real fine. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Put that in our jar. All right, now we're going to chop up 3 garlic cloves. Get these all mashed up. Take them out of their shell here. Top of this guy off. All right, now we're going to chop this up real fine. As fine as you can get it. Garlic's kind of tedious to chop up. But I'm excited for this, y'all. This is a good one. Like I said, chimichurri is all the rave these days. So I'm like, I eat it with a lot of steaks, and this is one of my favorite recipes that I like to eat it with, and I'm just gonna share it with y'all. Chop it up nice and fine. Get it as fine as you can. I know this is tedious work. Trying to show you what I'm doing here. But when we get the garlic chopped up real fine, we are actually going to put that in this cup with the olive oil, because we want this garlic to start. We'll put it right in there, and we want this garlic to start adding some good flavor to that olive oil. We're going to put that in there. Kind of let that sit in there a little bit, stir it up. Okay, I'm going to get me a little spoon out. And stir that up. Yeah, kind of like that. Let that sit in there a minute or two. All right, now I like to use fresh oregano. We're going to use 2 sprigs, so we're going to chop that up real fine too. So 2 or 3 stems is good. You can just chop all that up. Oregano's got a pretty powerful taste to it. You don't need a whole lot of this stuff. You can use dried oregano if you want. If you can get fresh oregano, I would prefer that you use that. It just adds to that flavor, but I know some people probably can't get fresh oregano, so dried oregano works just as good. If you're going to use that, you can kind of see like just a tablespoon probably of dried oregano would be fine, or 2 or 3 sprigs. So, but you can just, by chopping that up, you can smell the aroma coming off of it. Pretty powerful. There we go. So we got all that chopped up, and we're gonna dump that right in our jar here, where we're gonna make our chimichurri. Bang, just like that. Okay, next, you're gonna get yourself a big old red onion. I'm gonna chop that right in half. I'm gonna use half of this red onion. The other half you can set aside. We're gonna chop this up real fine. Peel this outside layer off. Get down to the sweet goodness of it. Perfect. Move the rest of that out of the way. Then, like I said, we're going to chop this up real fine too. I usually have like a little chopper I use to get it real fine, but I'll just do it the old-fashioned way today. Chop this up in little itty bitty pieces if you can, small as you can get them without mincing it. You won't want it minced. You just want like little chunks. Something along the lines like that. Like those are perfect chunks right there. You just don't want real big pieces in there. Okay, we're going to get this minced up. Just like that. Half an onion. We're going to throw that in our jar. Just gives it a really good, pretty color. I like. Yeah, just like that. Look at that. It's looking good, isn't it? All right. Now, I'm gonna put like maybe half teaspoon of salt in there. Just a little bit of salt. Some crushed red peppers. You know, give it a little zip. Probably like a half a tablespoon or a teaspoon. And then we're gonna take this goodness here. Mix all that up real good. And we are gonna dump that bad boy right in there. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, folks. Then we're gonna mix this up. Stir that up real good. Get it all minced up the best you can. Just look at that. Would you look at it? Remember that guy? Does anybody remember that guy? Would you look at that? Just look at it. Man. Now we want all that to sit at least an hour. Don't put it in the refrigerator, because what happens is that olive oil gets all goofy when you put it in the refrigerator. It'll solidify a little bit. So, you know, leave it out room temperature until you're ready to serve. It's always the best when it's the freshest. It's always the best when it's the freshest. You know, we'll put the lid on that. Shake it up a little bit. Get all that stuff in. Look at that. Chimichurri, folks. It's that easy to make. It is that easy to make. Okay, then I'll bring you back. We're gonna deep fry my taco meat. And when that's done, we're gonna pour that chimichurri right over the top of it. All right, y'all, oil's ready. So we're gonna go out here. We're gonna stick this in the hot oil. Like I said, anywhere between 350 to 375. We got our hot oil pot. We got it rocking and rolling here in freaking beautiful 130-degree Arizona. So we're gonna take our meat that we marinated overnight. We're gonna drop it in this pot. And we'll try to get it in there kind of as fast as we can. And we cook this quick, remember, like a minute tops. Oh, it smells fantastic. Yeah, seeing this what I'm doing. There we go. Put it in there. It's all there. All right, y'all. It's been probably about 45 seconds. So we're gonna let her go a little bit more here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Fantastic. This is one of my most favorite dishes for sure. I'm gonna turn the heat off because we're done. They're all my favorite dishes. You haven't heard me say that enough. Look at these nuggets. Look at these nuggets. Plate it. Take it in, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's plate it. Look at this. Throw some of the meat on there. It's hot. Here we go. Get us a good plate.
It's not the gold hellfire.
Get us a good plate. Now,
I think it's gonna work.
here's the chimmy. Here's the chimmy. Give it a good mix.
For sure.
Oh my God. Look at that. Look at the colors. Look at that, y'all. Huh? Look at that. Y'all tell me. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now comes the real deal. Now comes the real deal. Look at that. That's a good bite. So freaking blessed to be able to eat that.
That's awesome.
You guys, that's freaking phenomenal. So blessed.
Yeah. Take it easy on
Just all the
you. Clean it up for
the flavors and everything. Oh my God.
Damn, that is really off right there.
Amazing. Never disappoints. Y'all make that. Let me know what you think.
Not really what I was wanting.
Shit I like to make with deer meat.
Had to perform surgery on my rat.
You cannot go wrong with that, y'all. Hot damn. Put it in a tortilla. Put that over rice. Whatever you're thinking. But you cannot go wrong. We'll see you on the next one.